Yo, welcome to another Highdeas Video Podcast with my longtime ace, my dog, my man Shamsu.
What's good?
Sko the Great. What was the first name, bro? Lyrical Genius.
Lyrical
We going
Genius.
way back. This is my man right here. I think we've been banging since what, 05? Was those 05,
Yeah, bro, it's
06?
been like 15 years.
Been a long time,
Yeah.
man. And
Half a life.
you know, Sham kind of moved from the music and kind of got into the real world business. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, you ever think about coming back and doing a little something?
Periodically, I think about it. There's times when I get like a fire-ass bar.
Right.
I put in my notes on my phone.
Right.
And then try to get to a 16 and then be like, you know what? Put it to the side.
Right.
And then I try to do it again. Like, all through my notes, I had like random like 4 bars.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
It's like that muscle. You just got to get it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get it going back. Now that I've been kind of back writing and being back in there, now it's coming back.
Yeah.
It's just the writing and stuff. But I haven't really had to write that much because I have so much stuff that I've written over the years. Now I'm just recording it. So, like, I had heard the feedback on the song "Pussy" I put out right now.
Pussy,
I don't know if you remember.
Muse, and all the
I wrote "Pussy" like 8 years ago. Okay, and I rewrote it and I just re-put it out. So people like, yo, that sound like me back then, or I don't know, but it's out. Scorpio season coming October 22nd. I think that's the first day of Scorpio season. It's coming out the first day.
I
thought it was
week before Halloween. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm trying to put that out on that Thursday, and if push comes to shove, I'll push it back to the 30th, which would be that Friday the week after. But I'm not trying to do that. Actually, bro, when the last time you recorded? I heard you played me something like a year or so ago.
Last time I recorded, probably like 4 years ago.
Dang.
Yeah.
You sound like me, because before I started recording, it's been eight strong years, bro.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a hot minute, yeah. And recently, like, I was trying to configure all my shit on my computer, and I lost my shit. I got some songs, but iCloud, how Apple does their shit, I lost a lot of my stuff.
Oh my
I was so heated.
You want to cry.
Yeah, I was so heated.
You been busy today, or you been catching some of the sports?
Nah, I was chilling for most of today. Yesterday I was out with my girl, so she had me out morning, afternoon, night. And then today I was chilling. I was kicking in bed. I watched a little bit of church, maybe like an hour. I just sat there. I just listened because, you know, shit been closed up. We got all this bullshit happening on in the world right now, so I just had to hear something decent and positive.
Right.
So I listened to a little bit of an hour. Then I watched 2 horrible football games. Baltimore, I don't care what Lamar Jackson did. He was throwing some duds. And then the Skins, it was so bad, man. They had to bring a man whose leg was crippled.
Well, I mean,
less than 2 years ago to finish the game.
2 people hurt. So he was the only last option. But honestly, he should be the option. I mean, if he's well enough to stand on that leg, I'd rather Alex Smith be our quarterback. Just off of what he did his first year. Yeah. He had this, 8-6 or something, and then he went down.
He had y'all leading the division then before they took him out.
Right.
But
so
I was happy just to see him there. And
he has a cute wife. I mean, from what the eyeballs I seen, she looked like she's a very attractive
First thing
woman.
I peeped, the eyes and the nails.
Yeah. See, that's men's. The first thing I looked at her eyes, and then I looked at her fingers. And I was like, her nails are done. Hands look nice. She got pretty eyes. I can only imagine myself her face. She's probably a good looking woman.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So since you haven't seen young dude from Pittsburgh, rookie named Chase Claypool, 4 touchdowns today.
Yeah.
Over Philadelphia. So
Killed it,
shout out to the young brother. And Ben Roethlisberger, this team's going to be a problem this year.
Especially with that defense. Yeah.
Right. And then, I know you're probably a little disappointed with your Vikings, but y'all did play 3-4 tough teams right out the gate, so.
We did. I knew it was going to be a different year. We normally be in the playoffs but never get a Super Bowl. So if we don't make it, which I don't expect us to, fine. Because
they open up another, I think they open up, another spot or 2 in the playoffs.
They added 2 spots, one in each conference now, so 7 teams go, and only the first team gets to bye. Mm-hmm. So, but the NFC is so tough. You got the NFC East is bad, but the North got a couple teams. The West, the whole division got
whole division.
The South got the Bucks and the Saints, and the Panthers are 3-2. They just won 3 straight.
Well, I was about to say the Panthers don't slouch either. I'm a fan of Teddy Bridgewater right now.
Yeah, former QB.
Since I'm on sports,
mm-hmm.
Danny Green. Now, when I saw him take the shot, I saw Danny Green already has a short T-Rex shot. He short armed. He short armed the shot, and I was like, hold up, that's a brick. Like, as soon as he came out, that's brick. So he's got death threats. Him and his wife, fiance, have been getting death threats, but he's like, I don't care.
Yeah, that shit. That's that social media shit. People not really gonna find him and really harm him if we win it.
But why people take it's not that deep?
Because people don't have lives. People get hyped up in media storylines and shit like that. And some people realize, just be like, oh, if I had a chance, I'd kill him. But when they see a 6'5" nigga, 230 pound nigga in their face, they ain't gonna be doing all that welling.
They probably they probably a little salty because of the black Mamba. They was wearing the all black and they lost and all that.
That blew me.
I mean, what blew me is the fact that LeBron James didn't handle. I'm not just saying LeBron because he's the leader of the team, so I say LeBron. But the team didn't come through and finish these guys off in 4.
Yeah.
And if not 4, 5.
Yeah.
To go 6 and possibly 7. I don't know if NBA trying to make up the losses of the year or whatever, trying to extend this out. But bro, I mean, realistically, people can say what you want. I know there's bull crap in some of these sports. Mm-hmm. And like,
that's fixing.
So sometimes, I mean,
in this case, there's just a hardworking team, and you got AD's a cripple. He gets hurt every game, whether he finishes the game or not. I don't blame Braun for anything. Even the pass, it was the correct basketball play. Even though,
because they wasn't gonna give him the foul.
Yeah,
they would have called it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
as he was doing the foul.
He's triple team with someone coming over.
Right.
So if you have 7 to 8 feet of space, you are a shooter, and you brick it, and then the other person gets the ball, and he, rather than kick it to Danny Green, who's next to him, or cross pass it to LeBron, who's wide open,
right?
He throws it to the injured player with a bad heel, and the guy don't even jump or move for the ball. He just lets that joint rock. So it's like, what are you gonna do? Well, once that happens, like, all right, you know what? Wayne deserved to win, even if we had won the jump. Wayne deserved to win that game. Right. Miami, they're just a hard-working team. And people always talk about if Jimmy Butler is a superstar or not. I don't want to hear that shit no more.
He's a star. If he's not a superstar, he's definitely a star.
To me, he's an ultra-star. He's willing his team. Didn't make the playoffs last year. Playing with all younger players. Got a 20-year-old starter. What did they do?
He's a leader, though.
Indiana, if Victor Oladipo was healthy, they would have been favored. They swept them. Milwaukee, favored.
I think even if Victor was healthy, he'd have smoked them because
I agree.
He personally had a vendetta against
TJ
Ward. And his team carried all that with him.
He locked that up.
Yeah, he told him, I'm circle the date next time we play. And then they had the everything shut down so they couldn't catch him. And they end up playing the first round and he spanks him 4-0.
Spanks him.
I wish he was on my team. I swear I would take a Jimmy Butler, LeBron, AD team all day. That is 3-peat.
Yeah.
That's a 3-peat. You got that dude's mindset alone, and he doesn't care for that spot. Like, I need the last shot. I need to have 30 points. No. He needs 30 points when it's necessary. Yeah. And he puts it together.
I fuck with him.
That's just... I've also heard they have more teams being shut down with the COVID. I heard the Chiefs had a couple players.
Yeah, Patriots, Titans.
It's like another two. It was Chiefs and somebody else, and now they talking about pushing the game back. That was supposed to be Thursday to next Monday.
I know Tennessee has had the most. Patriots, they had 2 big players. That's why they shut their shit down.
How does that happen? I mean, like these guys, typically you don't see them out and about.
They're not in the bubble though.
Well, neither am I, and I don't have the damn coronavirus. And I go to work every day, and I.
Let me ask you this: if you had the resources, aka that money, and you're not going out, what you gonna have coming?
I mean, I guess, but it's just like it just be random. Like, okay, so let me give you this stat. Excuse me, why? It says 11 states set new 7-day COVID case records, which is, like I said, look it up. Well, Bill Gates was reading how to lie with statistics. I just don't trust everything they say about these cases and these numbers. They've came out multiple times saying they was using people's deaths that wasn't even related to COVID and putting it, like adding it to the COVID deaths. So I really don't know, but just take this with a pinch of salt. 11 states. Now listen to the states. And this is what blows me up, because the states alone, it's like nobody. Okay, you'll see. Alaska. All right. Number 1. Okay, it's Alaska. Okay. All right. Colorado, Indiana, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Mexico, North Dakota, South Dakota, Utah.
Those are all cold states. It could just naturally be the flu. Change the season.
Bruh, are you serious? Nigga, I've been in Nebraska. Where do we stay? Laredo? I think I stayed in Laredo, Nebraska one night. It was some ridiculous Toledo. I don't know. Somewhere it came up 2 years ago. Bruh, driving through there, it's like driving through any of those Midwestern, West states. They're huge, and the population is like, boop, one little boop, and all this be land. And it'd be like, boop, and you telling me that there has been 50,000 cases for, well, at this point, it was a third straight day. What?
Of all time high. Yeah.
What are y'all talking? Alaska?
Yeah, I don't even know where you're doing all that testing for in Alaska.
Alaska?
Population.
I mean, damn. They're so sparse and spread out, and like, okay, all right. But the South Dakota, North Dakota, who lives there?
Yeah.
I met one person when I was in driving school in Colorado. He was from South Dakota or so.
Okay.
One person my whole life. Okay, so I'm just saying, maybe Minnesota, Colorado, niggas smoking weed, they probably passing J's around. All right, but still, I just couldn't. I'm just like, 11 states. Like, it's like y'all not gonna let this go. They're not gonna let this COVID thing go. So since we're on the COVID, the president that you voted for, Donald Trump,
I ain't voting for him.
Donald Trump's talk about not only is he completely cured of the COVID, he's ready to continue his
he capping, man.
His campaign.
He just needed a break.
It's just bull.
Because he had so much shit coming out on him. He needed a break so he couldn't debate no more. Because that tax shit.
Well, he's not a good debater.
Nah, he just talk shit.
I mean, he's just not going to be a good debater. If anybody that thinks that Donald Trump is going to sit there and give you a coherent interview or debate of the U.S. economy, he can't articulate the same way that a trained politician can. So the best way, you got about it. Oh, nah, I'm sick, gotta go. Oh, I'm back 2 days later, stronger than the horse. All right, so that's Donald Trump. Just to add to that, Dr. David Nabarro, the World Health Organization Special Envoy, urged leaders to stop using lockdown as a primary control method for blunting a virus surge. So that basically, he's saying that locking us down and is no benefit to us.
No, because of our immune systems, you need to be exposed to things.
Be out.
Otherwise, you get sicker when you catch something.
So I was reading, there was like one dead in Denver. There was some gunfire. Apparently, there were dueling protests, and they ended up going at each other. So there was, this is what it says. Shooting occurred outside the Denver Art Museum, where a patriot rally competed with a Black Lives Matter Antifa soup drive. One suspect taken into custody.
A soup drive.
I've been in Colorado. And I should have probably looked this up while I was in the house and I had a chance. I'm probably 90+% guaranteed. I mean, I'm sure that the population of Black people in Colorado is very little.
Okay.
There's a lot of, from what I've seen, I've done in Spanish. And there's a lot of white people. Okay, so once again, on the old podcast, I pulled up how they was protesting and all this in Portland. And I pulled up Portland's demographics. And they only have 3% Black people. So who the fuck, excuse my language, who's protesting? Because you don't even have Black people out there. It's what makes me scratch my head, which makes me laugh when I see Antifa, who they claim to be this anti-fascist action against the left-wing political movement. And when you get underneath the Antifa, you see that the George Soroses and all these people are underneath. And if you look into the George Soroses, you know that this man wants to destroy America from within inside. And it's just like, so I'm sitting there watching all these Antifa people. I don't see, like, we have few protests here, and this is predominantly, we are mixed in Maryland.
Yeah.
There's a good, especially in this area, in the PG count, there's a good mix of Black, white, everything in between here. Yeah. And we're not protesting, having an 11-day protest, but you telling me Portland and Colorado, where the demographics are, I know it's a little bit. I've been there. I've seen the people there. There's a couple of Black people, but there's not populated popping. Okay, yeah. So I'm just confused as to, it would make, even though I wouldn't condone it. It would make sense if it happened in areas where there were predominantly Black people.
Yeah,
New York, Harlem, Brooklyn, Houston. Okay, yeah. DC, Atlanta. All right, but no, you're telling me you're telling me Portland and Oregon and Colorado and what? What brothers out there? Next y'all gonna say South Dakota, and I'm really gonna turn you off. Ain't no ninjas living out in South Dakota, bro. Okay, the guy I met out there was like kind of Spanish Asian-ish, or he had the Indian. Okay, because I think they're the reserves out in that.
Yeah, a lot of the Native American reserves out there in the West Coast.
They
up in North
have their own law, and they will kill your ass and bury you and do the little hug couple and do the little skull smoking over top of you and do the little dances and they be half naked. You don't want that. That was rude and racist. Oh well, I'm Black and probably a little bit Indian, so I could say that. Whatever. Hey, look, the jokes that I tell, at least I'm being, it's just jokes, and I say it out right in your face. You call me and Black people the N-word behind our back. Some of you call white people crackers and all that behind their back. I say it to your face. Because I don't mean it in a derogatory term. It's just a joke. Don't y'all joke about big lips and eating watermelon and chicken all day? All right. Well, don't get mad if I talk about the Indian, white person, the Spanish, Asian, or Black people. Because all of y'all under this, y'all all getting it. Nobody's getting out of this fire that I'm sending at your ass some days.
Everyone could get jokes.
Yeah. I try to tell people, when I was in Colorado, I met a white, one of my trainers. He was telling these jokes. White jokes, gay jokes, or whatever. And then he was like, you want to hear some Black jokes? I said, yeah, I want to hear it. And he proceeded to tell me this one joke that was hilarious. And he was like, how does the Black person do a Macarena? And he started showing me, but it was basically him getting arrested. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. I mean, Yeah, it was messed up. But it
Yeah.
was hilarious. And you got to laugh at stuff like that so you can be able to, like, get past stuff, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we weren't, that ignorance was instilled way before we came. We don't have to perpetrate and keep it going. We can end this shit today. We can end it right now.
Mm-hmm.
We can. Those racist people, majority of them about to die, who came from that era, and if it was taught and they retaught their children that, within that percentage is going to be just smaller. And once you get Donald Trump and his redneck revolt pumping ass out of there, then that lowers, because now people gonna be like looking at you like, nah, you're not in the right. You're not in the what's the word? You're not in the majority. You're not in the majority. You're now you fall into the minor, and nobody's thinking like you anymore.
Yeah, that's real.
So hopefully that shit is over and done with. And I'm just gonna switch it. How do you like being the uncle? Congratulations on that. Congratulations, Lionel.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend.
Yeah, man. It's cool. See, it's honestly throughout the whole time when she was pregnant and everything, it's like, wow, my brother's already a dad. Like, it's been, till this day, I still look at him when we be around, like, it's kind of surreal, like, you're a dad.
Right.
Like, but seeing baby Lana, just how beautiful she is, like, how it's kind of interesting to see when a baby's first born.
Yeah.
They come out and their complexion completely changes in a month.
Yeah.
And you could just tell, but like from behind the ears, what the complexion will be. But seeing
it
it naturally happy, and then how they go from just being quiet to just crying all the damn time, wanting pacifier, wanting to feed them, go from feed them every maybe 3 or 4 hours to every 90 minutes.
That's the way they communicate.
Formula.
They communicate. It's so funny watching how they'll just figure out how to tell you what they want.
Yeah.
Like, and I've had a couple of my guys, they'll hit me like, hey man, my daughter crying. I don't know what's wrong. I say it's a few things. She's either hungry, she needs to be burped, she pooped on herself, peed on herself, or she's teething. A lot of times, the baby's teething.
The two that you said, the teething and the burping, a lot of people don't catch.
You don't understand. Like a lot of people miss the teething part. Them babies' teeth start coming in, they are blown. And I remember Kennedy. We used to try to give her the ice ring. Kennedy didn't like the ice ring, so that didn't. She just thugged it apparently because she didn't like the ice ring. But that's what I would say, Lionel. If you ever your baby crying uncontrollably, and you burped her, you fed her, burped her, she just came up from a nap. Next thing you need to be looking at her teeth, look at her mouth, and see if them teeth poking through them gums, because that draws a lot of irritation. Yeah. Who's some of these young rappers that you listen to? Is anybody?
Young rappers that I listen to. I listen to a little bit of. If I had to say someone young.
Like these new guys, like I would say, we'll do this. Okay. Who's better?
Okay.
Lil Baby, or Roddy Ricch?
That's a tough one.
They all hot. Now.
If I had to go three would be the Baby.
So he's the least.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's not, although his songs crank for the most part, he's not versatile.
No substance.
He raps the same way. Like, I've never heard one particular artist, like, if you just go through his tracks, his solo tracks, or his, when he's the feature artist, he immediately raps when the beat starts. That's very annoying. Like,
you don't let no ride in.
Yeah, like, where's your sequencing? Like, and then I'll probably put, honestly, I've heard more Roddy Ricch than the other two, but I'll put Roddy at 2.
I would have put Little Baby at 1.
I just started listening to more Lil Baby because I didn't understand it. Because to me, he sounded like everyone else.
Yes, he
has
he has that trap, but if he'll get into them songs where it's like, oh, okay, he's telling me something. He talking. We here, and that's what gives me the boot. Cause Baby got the bars,
Yeah.
But I'm not 21 anymore where I care about hearing bitches spanking the bitch down and all. I kind of like a lot of the mix it up for me. I don't mind you get talking degrees, but bring it home, because not everything is gang banging, gun shooting, and beating cheeks up and trapping. Bring it home for me.
And what changed it for me for a little baby recently, it was honestly when all this social injustice stuff started. And he dropped that song, Bigger Than Me. I said, who this is him?
Yeah. That joke was me.
Yeah. And it's like, yo, he was really spitting. Yeah. And so it made me go back and listen to stuff like, oh, he hard.
So I like that. I would say the same.
Because
Roddy Ricch
he's the most versatile.
He brings a different style. Yeah. And I like that. At first, because I'm a person of habit, and I don't like new stuff.
Yeah,
so
it's hard.
When I first heard him, I wouldn't give him the time to listen until it's kind of like somebody has to damn near strap my ear down, like, listen to him, and I'm like, oh, this him? Oh yeah, he all right. And you can hear more and more. Let's go we're gonna go a little Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick, Big Sean.
4 will be Kendrick. And this is a hard, but
under Big Sean?
Yeah, Big Sean's more talented than Kendrick.
Ooh!
Because you got... I love... All right, those are 4 of my favorite artists from, like, I guess the time when we were getting...
You see how I'm breaking it up? Like, those 4 kind of came out.
It was those 4, Wale, and under them was, like, Wiz and Meek and Kid Cudi. But, I put Kendrick 4 just because... Although he creatively, what he does with his music and how it is sonically and where he takes it is very innovative. But to me, bars matter. And between the 4, he has the least memorable bars in comparison. And I think that's what it comes down to.
That's a good point. I've never heard somebody argue that. That's a good point. I can't just think of off the top, but I could think of some Drake bars and and I just know J. Cole be saying some deep ridiculousness. Yeah,
Cole's ridiculous. All of them are ridiculous, but
you got Kendrick 4.
Now this is where it gets tough because you could argue all 3 positions for all 3
because Drake and J. Cole are almost the same person, with the exception that J. Cole actually raps woke and conscious rap, and Drake only raps about his personal life and and everything he does. Hey, real quick before you answer that, when I hear people talk about Canada, they say that Canada is one of the nicest, sweetest places in the world. Why, Sham, does Drake keep acting like Canada goes so hard? No, I literally on TV, I've been watching, I forgot what, and they say, oh, he's from Canada. Oh, Canada is one of the greatest places. They're so nice and sweet down there. And, and then I hear him, and he's like, sick, got the trap, sick. No, you're not. No, you're not in the trap doing nothing. Stop it. Your money bought you those guys and those people and that protection. Cut the crap. Just come. You want to live in the hood? Come stay down here in 2-5 or something. Go live down there on Benton Road, bro. You can go and talk all that shit down there in the hood. Go to Baltimore and say that shit. You want to see how long Drake be talking about some sick. Pull his ass out of this car. Anyway, so who's your other? I just hate the fact that he started off as one guy and now he's, all tough and you don't have to be tough. You can't be that tough singing. I can't be. And then it's, how when you want. Huh? Which one is it? Which one, Drake? God damn. You gonna kill a nigga or you gonna sing the panties off a shot? Alright, so Kendrick,
this is where it gets tough for me. I'm going to, even though I listen to him more than J. Cole, I'm putting Big Sean at 3. I'm putting Sean at 3 just because in terms of all these artists had dope mixtapes and then the album transitions. Big Sean, when you equate him to the other 2 remaining, he's dropped like 4 or 5 albums, probably like 2 or 3 of them. 2 of them for sure have been good. But he's had some questionable moments. And I listen to Sean more than Cole, but Sean, I think with Sean is just the consistency. of the quality of music. His bars are always there. I'm never gonna question his bars.
Sometimes he does he tries to over rhyme.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
He do.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, he do. But with Sean, it's just his consistency. I think his talent, bar wise, you could argue it might be the highest between the four. You can make an argument for it.
He got bars.
Yeah, it's just the consistency of his music. I like this last album that he just put out.
I don't think I heard it.
It's pretty solid.
It came out earlier this year or late last year?
Not like a month.
Oh, bro?
Yeah. I like it.
Drop something.
Yeah, Dark Sky Paradise, of course, and then the Detroit the mixtape. Those two to me classics. But yeah, I would put Sean at 3. I get Sean the edge over Kendrick just simply because he's a better lyricist. He just has more. Kendrick is more diverse in his delivery, but that doesn't mean what he's saying has more substance. That's how I look at it.
2 and 1.
2 and 1.
Because I got 2 more to go to action.
2. All right, let me take out my favoritism. Nah, even with the favoritism. 2 is Cole.
Okay.
I'm going to say Cole just because Cole is interesting. Cole was someone when he came in under Jay-Z, but people didn't have the belief in him.
That he was tripping.
Yeah. People didn't think that, especially off his first album where about a third of it was fillers from the mixtape, people thought, he's not going to be what he turned out to be. Then he came back with Born Sinner. To me, that's his best album. But people were still sleeping on him. Then he hit with Forest Hills Drive. That shit. And what I like about Cole, out of all 4, he's probably the realest as far as what he's rapping about, what he's pertaining to. And then his connection, because he's not as creative as the other 3. Because Big Sean, he signed to Ye, he's around Pusha T. He can get certain things that he wants. Kendrick got a whole camp behind him. Drake is self-explanatory. But with Cole, he produces his own music for the most part. He's doing his own beats and he's rapping it. You want Cole sometimes to hit the diversity, but I like the realness that he puts behind the music and at the high quality that it is. And when you put Cole on the feature track, you getting ripped. You getting ripped. Cole is just top notch.
That's any of those guys.
Yeah, that's any of them. But yeah, there's no argument there. That's any of them. But yeah.
Right. Drake, J. Cole, Big Sean, Kendrick.
1.
We know who 1 is. You don't even have to explain.
Yeah.
We get Drake. He's fucking. He's
say
just
what you want.
All over the place.
He's just an all-timer, man. He's just all-timer.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to go Eminem, Wayne, and Kanye. You see it take a breath in that one. He thought it was going to just be some sweet shit. He thought it was going to be an easy question.
In terms of just artists, impact, or just everything?
Your 3, name the 3 list. Is it M, Wayne, Kanye?
All right. Some people may not agree.
We know who the best seller is.
Yeah, bestseller, yeah.
That's them. So we ain't talking about that. Just talking about the full body of work. Who's your top 3? I mean, who's your best out of those 3?
All right. Because I'm going to equate what they've brought in the game as far as their music, where they contributed elsewhere, and then artists that, because they've all had people under them. I'm going to put...
That's a tough 3, though.
See, it's a tough 3 because of Kanye's discography.
Kanye's first 3 CDs or 4 CDs were ridiculous.
Yeah, because to me, if I put Ye at 3, that means I'm discounting what he's done for Jay's career as well.
No, we ain't talking about. We talking about rapping.
Oh, rapping?
Yeah,
Kanye at 3. Sorry.
Yeah. We talking about rapping.
Yeah, Kanye at 3. Just because
his body of work isn't that long either, but
it's not work, but it's up there. But I take away for the fact that after the 3rd album, he got a lot of help. The first album, he only had 4. It was only 4 artists on the album. Then it increased, and then once 808s hit, It was
Oh,
because it was it was college dropout,
It was the
late
3
registration,
jumps and then
graduation. 3 back to back.
But not the 808. 808s is okay. I just like the jump with Eminem on there. I mean with Wayne on there. And the one he came out after that was with Rihanna and that's with all of the lights. That jump, right? Now, that jump was tight.
That's my favorite album.
That jump was mean.
But once you know about all the help that he's gotten, it's just like that's why I take a little bit away because his discography is impeccable. As far as artists go, between the 3, just album wise, he probably has the best. The other 2, their discography is great, but when you talk about label projects, Kanye has the best between the 3, but he's had so much help that I have to discount it.
Okay, you put it
2, I'm gonna go M. The reason why I'm gonna go M because the start of his career was so strong.
Hot.
Start of his career so strong.
Tailed off.
And because of him being an introvert, because he wanted to focus on other things in his life and get himself together. Although he's still sharp as far as his bars, the quality of his music, it don't hit everyone's ears the same.
Well, it's like when I think about the height of each one of these guys rapping.
Oh yeah, man.
Like I'm trying, like Eminem's my favorite rapper, and it's hard for me to. I'm trying to think when everybody was at their highest. Who was Wayne? It was somewhere between that Carter 2.
Yeah.
And like that 2006, 7, 8, some.
Yeah.
Bro, he was going. He was going ridiculous.
Wayne went crazy.
He went nuts. He was dropping the mixtapes. I mean, the Drought 3 jump, the Dedication series. He did the Drought is Over 4 jump. I mean, I don't know if that was a real mixtape or they put that together, but those songs on that jump were ridiculous. The Carter 1, the Carter 2.
Yeah.
He was ridiculous at the moment.
Yeah. And Wayne number 1 easy. Because for me, I know as far as label projects are concerned, between the 3, you might say, well, it wasn't as big because Carter 3 was his apex label-wise, but the meat and potatoes, what builds the artist, like you brought up Drop 3. My favorite shit of Wayne ain't even Drop 3 or No Ceilings. It's The Leak. Gossip in 1,000 Degrees.
Yeah. But that was the original Carter 3.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And they leaked it.
Yeah.
And this man had to go in there and record a whole new CD. If they would have dropped that as the Carter 3, that is the album that we was like, like that classic Wayne album. It would have been hands down the Carter 3. Yeah. That joint with 1,000 Degrees, La La or La La La, whatever. Bro, they had Scarface. Gossip.
Gossip.
Because he did that at the award show that one time. Like, that joint would have been ruthless.
1,000 Degrees, man, to this day. That's my top 2 Wayne song.
Last year they had the Grammys. It left me in Miami.
Yo, that joke was like I'm rapping in my jammies. I'm rapping in my sleep. You was rapping when you were in jammies. Mel Gibson flow, Lethal Weapon. Book 'em, Danny. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm about to.
Wayne.
I got 2 more for you. 2 more for you. Jay-Z, Nas, Pac, Biggie. Can we even include Pac, Biggie? Because they're.
I think it's the order that you said it.
Okay.
Because as great as the 2 that are gone, I'm not overly how people like to overly give them credit because their demise. I'm not going to discount the other 2 because they're here. Dog. Yeah. Big 4, Pac 3, Nas 2, Hov 1. Hov's the greatest, period. Hov and Wayne to me are the 2 greatest.
Ridiculous. I was so mad that they didn't put more. They didn't do more projects together. Wayne and Jay.
Yeah.
They did like 2 or 3 songs. And last but not least, bruh, this might be much easier. It's probably the easiest one. Missy Elliott, Trina, or Little Kim. Missy Elliott is my favorite out of all of them.
Oh, just
Missy. We're talking about just artistry.
She's
Missy
the most
Elliott,
diverse woman artist.
And then Trina and Lil Kim, they both can be interchangeable.
They're interchangeable.
They both are doing the same gimmick.
Yeah, because Kim is giving you shorter, but it's been more quality. And Trina, she's lasted the longest out of all of the 3, but the quality is nothing. Yeah, it's not super memorable with her.
Now, you currently sit here as I see your Apple iPhone.
Yeah.
And as you can see my beautiful Samsung there, I just want to let you know Samsung's better. I just want to tell you that. I just want to tell you to your face, as a Samsung guy to an Apple guy, Samsung is better. Better camera, better features, better phone, just better. Just wanted to let you know that.
Now, with the camera part, I will argue that. But my thing, Apple camera is tight.
Oh, no. What else you going to argue? What else can your phone do that my phone is already better doing it?
No, I was going to say, Samsung, overall, is probably the better company. The thing with Apple, and why a lot of people get Apple products, is just the simplicity. For me, I had like Windows phones. I had all the shitty phones.
Windows.
When I got my first Apple, I think it was the 4. Because I have this phone simply because how easy it is to use. No other reason. All the other phones, my brother used to have a Samsung Galaxy Note 7, S7, I think. My pops had like an S, whatever. And I've seen them,
they're
and
computers.
I'm like, they're real life handheld computers. Yeah. Like, I've seen people do so much shit on their Jones, but to me, for someone who doesn't do all that extra stuff on their phone, the simplicity of the iPhone, that's why I've stayed with them. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah. Yeah.
I saw this earlier as I was looking up the Antifa. Just want to throw that in there real quick. I'm not gonna hold too much more of your time up, Shane.
Oh no, we good. We rocking.
So as I was looking up the Antifa thing, I had seen something on the right that said Redneck Revolt. I wanted to see what that was, so I click on Redneck Revolt.
As if Trump loses?
No, Redneck Revolt is an American far-left political group that organizes predominantly among white working class people. The group supports gun rights and often openly carry firearms. They are anti-capitalist, anti-racist, anti-fascist. Methods: direct action, firearms and first aid training, open carry, outreach, food, clothing, programs, community gardens, needle exchanges. I don't know what that's about. Potlucks, educational events, protests, security, medical assistance. Now, the reason why I bring it up is because there's a lot of these little groups that we never heard of. Now, on the surface, when I read Redneck Revolt, I thought it was. I'm thinking it's gonna be some bullcrap.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I read it, and it's supposed to be for the good, but my real problem is that, you know, it's like the whole predominantly for the white working class. It's like you get enough rights, and you have every. I just don't get. I'm confused as to who's fighting and what they're fighting for. Okay, so they're fighting for to have firearms, and I don't get it. What do you think? Like, what do you think? We need to actually figure out more about what the hell is going on with these little secret organizations and things that this show been around since 2009. I've never heard of it. And there's more of that list. I just clicked that one because I was like, Redneck Revolt.
I'm gonna go off subject, but it pertains to this. Have you seen the show on HBO, Watchmen?
No, but I know the
premise of it,
and I know the movie that came out in 2000.
Well, what they did with that show is still about like Mr. Manhattan and whatnot, but what they did it in today's times of what's going on. So basically, white people feel like they're the oppressed because they're used to being the majority, so they're trying to get their way back into the system. I think with a lot of these groups and what they're doing, they see the changes that are arising because, like you said, throughout the world, white people are the majority.
Right.
In this country, without a doubt, white people are the majority. Although the Hispanics have taken us because they've let a lot of them in, and then they procreate more than black people on average, even though black people get a lot of flack for a lot of negative connotations pertaining to black fathers, which ain't true because the system is against us. But in times where people are more aware, just because of technology, just because of outreach, you have groups like this that come about because of their beliefs, and it's all about being the head honcho of races. Like, They just want to be on top. They don't want to see any change, because once they see that they're losing their power because of all these laws that are in place and all these things that are in their favor, shit like this comes about to where, like you said, they're the majority. What's the issue?
Yeah. How does a group... they're the majority in our country. There's 1 billion Chinese people, so... Yeah. But I'm trying to figure out how did this group that was originated from the Caucasus Mountains ended up like dominating the Western Hemisphere so savagely. And I was talking to somebody who was Spanish, and they was talking about the oppressed. It was something, and my argument, because Spanish people saying they make so little money and stuff, and I no offense to any Spanish people or anything, and I know that your ancestors or you yourself was just trying to get away from a bad situation and you came here, but see, that's the difference. You see that? Did you hear what I said? Y'all came here. That means y'all made a conscious decision and thoughts to come here, and we was forced here. So when y'all talk about the money that you're not making, that's because you chose to come here to take the under the table, to take less money than what we would take, and you chose that. I didn't choose to come here and be oppressed and talked down to and treated like crap and have people pull guns on me because I'm black, or look at me sideways because I got locks, or like I didn't come here for that. And it's just like so when everybody's trying to gain sympathy on something that has nothing to do, when you're not truly in the minority, you're colored. You have color, but you're not. You chose that. I didn't choose those people that was sold. Those people that sold their people to the white man in trade. Yeah, those people didn't ask to come here. Okay, so that's my another issue I have with the whole these movements and all this stuff. And I mean, everybody y'all have all the rights. Yeah. And now women have more rights than damn near everybody. And then and this is no knock, but gays have more rights than blacks. You can call me. They could put a video out right now. Donald Trump calling a black person a nigga. Oh, he called a nigga. Outrage. Maybe for a couple of seconds. But let him come out and call a gay man or something a faggot. Hate speech. Oh, you know what I'm saying? It's little stuff like that. So, woo, 2020. I tell you, it just makes me think about a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of stuff doesn't make too much sense to me. And, I just think nobody's better than the next. And I think we're all on equal playing field, and we should all come together and shut this shit down. What needs to be done is we need to stop voting for 70-year-old fucking presidents. We need to, those people that's sitting up in there in the House of Representatives and the Senate and all Congress, these people sitting there for 30, 40 years, they need to come out of there. They got these old draconian laws and mindsets, and they need to go. There's no, I don't see why we can't have a 45 to 50-year-old, 55-year-old president you can know that possibly he's going to live for 20 years. I got 2 guys that's standing up there who, if they catch COVID, really catch it, they might not make it out the house. They're going to possibly pass away. They're 80 years old damn near. This is who y'all want to put y'all faith into and vote. No, man, let's put the right damn people in there. And if we're not going to put the right person there, can we at least get the right person in Maryland to do what we need to do here? Like, I don't know. But I'm gonna end this with some funny shit. Cardi B, you like her?
Yeah, she cool. She alright.
She's alright. Cardi B allegedly is lying about her age and potentially had a baby already. Where is that baby, Cardi? Where is it? Okay. So her sister, I guess her name is Hennessy. How cute. Cardi, Henny. Okay. On January 29th, 2012, she writes that, well, she was talking to somebody. I saw the screenshots. She was telling this dude that Cardi B was pregnant. And saying she was gonna be an auntie. On 2/27/12 and on December Christmas of 2011, she had said that Cardi B was 23 years old. And Cardi B's claiming her birthday just passed and that she's 28.
Mm-hmm.
But her sister said 9 years ago she's 23. You know, she looks older.
Yeah, I was literally talking to somebody recently, and it was like, they said, "Oh, we're around the same age," and I'm like, "Cardi don't look 27,
no, but there's a picture.
28.
You know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm going to insert the pictures as I'm talking. When I go and edit, I'm gonna drop the pictures in there. Boop, boop. You're gonna see them. Okay. I'm gonna drop the text message, and y'all see it for yourself. Cardi B possibly has a child out here that she not telling nobody about, and she had another baby recently that's called Culture or whatever.
Yeah.
And another thing about you, Cardi B, and all you women out here, y'all stupid. Okay? You're stupid. A man come over here and just buy you a car, and that's enough for you, huh? That's
all they care.
That's enough. Oh, I'll buy you a car, but I'm gonna keep sleeping around women and doing what I want to do, but hey, you got that car, baby. Stupid. Dumb. And I pray that Kennedy has more sense than you women that have money and have power and don't have to look so weak.
Well, anything when it comes to entertainers, especially the ones that always into materialist stuff, and then they quick to go on this story and try to brainwash their fans.
Right.
Like, I don't listen to all that stuff. Like, when she said she's getting divorced,
I don't listen
it's like, because I'm tired
I see
of
it on
arguing.
y'all. I see it on people's Facebooks.
Yeah, people argue. So, once I've heard her, oh, I'm so happy for her. Like, you don't even know her.
Right.
Shut the fuck up.
Y'all wow.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for.
Like,
you don't know her. And guess what? On your birthday, when your birthday comes, she is not going to post a happy birthday on your page.
Like,
but y'all sit there and argue for
we're in
these
this
people?
time where people are so into the celebrities, and they're like, one part of the problem with society today is everyday folks try to emulate celebrity lifestyle. You're not them.
No.
You're not bringing in that type of money. You could be bringing in a lot of money, but you're not living like them. You cannot do certain things that they're doing because it's not applicable to your lifestyle. And that's not people need to understand that's not a knock. It's just reality. You can't, you're not Nicki, you're not Cardi, I'm not Future, I'm not Drake, but you can be whatever your name is. He's going to be his own artist. I'm going to be my own Shan. Just be yourself. You could want nice things, you could do that, but how y'all think, oh, that niggas is gonna be flying you out and doing all this shit. If some of them are doing it, congrats to them. I've never had to fly out a woman in my life to get some yeeks. I live in the state of Maryland. I'm blessed in PG County. Moco got some.
All y'all that do that, have
DC
fun
shit,
and keep enjoying.
Spending $1,000 just to have company.
It's all good.
You taking away from your future for what? For someone who don't give a fuck about you. So hey.
I heard it from Sham. He's giving y'all a lecture on keeping your fucking legs closed.
People be tripping. Nah, everybody fucking. There ain't no secret. But how people are going about it these days, a lot of suckers, either gender. A lot of suckers going on, man. That shit weak, man. People.
What do you expect?
What
you expect? We are in a society of punk asses who can't take fucking criticism, who can't take, they can't take anybody speaking their own mind. They always think that, their voice needs to be heard or that the person must be punished for making a joke. Get out of here.
Can't make a joke.
Just talking about that, just bringing it up almost makes me mad. So I am going to leave it alone before I go into a tirade on this joke. It really blows me with people.
Well, let me ask you, since this happened about a month ago, what did you think about, not the situation, because that situation happened, but what did you think about short man Tory Lanez not only not addressing, the way he addressed it, rather than shut the fuck up and let the law handle it, he actually dropped an album just talking about everything.
I, one, have not followed the story. B, I don't care if he shot her in 1 foot, 2 feet, 3 foot, 4 foot. Dr. Seuss knew his book. I don't give a shit. Thirdly, He is a clout chasing nigga, just like the rest of these celebrities on here who it's like they must be in the news, whether it's for bullshit or it's good shit. And the fact that you felt like you needed to explain yourself to a bunch of people who wasn't there or who will not bond your ass out or help you when you go into jail, it just shows me how stupid you are in your thinking. So to answer your question, Sham, I haven't watched it, but just off of context, fool, it's stupid, and you're going to lose your fan base and get buried because you're like the best thing, dog. Just shut your mouth. That's the best. You know, you ever notice in those first 48 or some of these Snapped or IDTV, I always look at the screen, especially first 48, and I'm yelling at the nigga. Just ask for a lawyer.
Yeah.
Shut up. Bro, you could literally be the case if you just shut your mouth and let them figure it out. Shut up. Yeah. Oh, no, you know, Sham picked me up, and then we ran through the Jewish shot. Sham ain't say nothing. You just talking. And now they're going to bury Sham's ass. Mm-hmm. So it's just, all him talking is just corny. And, you know, he's going to lose some fans off of that. But
tripping. Cuz it's tripping. He just got out of his label deal beginning of quarantine. And not only do you do something as stupid and ignorant and heinous as that, but like you said, not only you not shutting up, you clout chasing, you drop an album.
We don't know what really happened in that car, wherever it happens. Yeah. Who knows? She could have shot her damn self. I don't know. I don't care. It's possible. I just want to know. Y'all need to stop pillow talk, okay? Like that is true. Everything doesn't need to be broadcast. Like I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna, cause it's getting dark out here. And I can barely see us in the camera. But and this jacket is hot. I don't know what the. Damn. What was I about to say? I was talking about something. What are we talking about?
Talk about Short Man.
Yeah. Fuck. I forgot what I was going to say about him. Either or. Y'all just need to cut the shit. It's just ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Y'all too rich, and y'all have status in this world. Cut the shit.
Change your family wealth.
It's just ridiculous.
Sacrifice.
So just to give y'all an update on the standings. This is a little sidebar, Sham. On the week NFL picks between Ricardo, Malik, and myself, Malik has 45-17-1 because that one game they tied. Ricardo 45-17-1. I'm 49-13-1. Malik's picks are Texas over Jags, Ravens over the Bengals, Chiefs over Vegas, Panthers over Falcons, Cards over Jets, that's Cardo. Pittsburgh over Philly, Rams over Washington, Dallas over Giants, Cleveland over Indianapolis, Seattle over the Vikings, Pats over Broncos. Cardo's picks, me and him are pretty much the same picks, except I flip-flop Carolina and Atlanta. I had Carolina beating them. But Texas Jags, this is Cardo's picks. Baltimore, Cincy, Kansas City, Raiders, Arizona over Jets, Pittsburgh over Philly, Atlanta over Carolina, Rams over Washington, 49ers over Miami, Dallas over Giants, Cleveland over Indianapolis, Seattle over Minnesota, Pats over Denver. And as you said, damn near the same picks, except flip the Carolina and Atlanta for me. I've already seen a few of these. I know that the Texans won. No, excuse me, that's a lie. I know that Pittsburgh won. I know the Rams won. I know that Ravens won. Vegas won. Panthers won. Cards won. And we all was wrong on Thursday choosing the Bucks. But I told Malik that Nick Foles was going to do it, and I'm mad I didn't make that pick, so I got a loss off of that. But yeah, guys, I'm going to send Sham out of here. And is there anything you want to plug, brother? Where you can find you on IG or Facebook? What you got out there?
Yeah, you can follow me on IG or Twitter. Sco the Great, SCOE, the Great. Yeah, man. That's about it, dog.
That's Sham, man. Look, I am determined. I know I'm not going to be able to get you on Scorpio season because it comes out, but I wasn't trying to say nothing yet, but I'm going to say it now. And so on Chris' Payne's birthday in February, I'm dropping a mixtape called Payne, Payne. I know it's not going to be no big sub. You know, it's going to have some real music on there and everything, but it's going to be just a CD that it's just for Chris, you know, and so I would like to get you on there for all the Kyries, the Gerards, the JRs, Mikes, DT, anybody else, you know, y'all know who the crew is for CP. I'm going to need y'all to, you know, maybe say some stuff on there, or we can shoot some videos and stuff and do some stuff for him. But that will be coming soon. So that's probably next time you will hear him rapping. I'm going to twist his arms and get Sham back into the studio. I have it. I carry it around. It's literally, it could go in the bag and we'll ride off. Y'all know where to find me and DMV Leak. He's on IG, DMV Leak, my co-host. He was out of town this weekend. He was handling some business with his girls. And I'm the Hefe Hippie. You can find me on IG, Hefe Hippie, JEFEHIPPIE. On Facebook as Artist Gatlin, ARTYSGATLING. We got a Twitter at Highdeas P, HIGHDEASP. You can find us on SoundCloud. You look up Hefe Hippie. You can YouTube channel. We have the Highdeas Potcast as you seeing this now. And we do have our anchor. Something happened with our anchor. Maybe we was going too hard on it and they kind of took us down. So I'm going to have to, I restarted it. I just lost a lot of the podcast we worked on, which really broke my heart because I had some good stuff on there. But it's okay. We'll just get the content correct on however that goes. And I'm going to look for a platform where I can really just go all out on it and say what I want to say and not be held to any type of whatever. So guys, y'all know what I tell y'all every time, man. Y'all be safe. Find peace in the little things. Love those who love you. Love yourself most of all. Turn on your turn signals. Lock your doors at night. God damn it. Kiss your children and tell your mom and dad you love them every once in a while. It's all good. It ain't gonna hurt your feelings. Watch Bad Boys 3. That was a good movie. And once you finish with Bad Boys 3, go ahead and turn on Infinity Wars. And watch the whole movie. 7 hours of your day gone off of 2 movies. It's all right. After you done that, you got you a little plate of lasagna. A little plate. You got a little garlic stick, a little garlic piece of bread. You know, and you dip it in there. After you do that, you drink it with milk or you drink it with wine. Some people do a little different. I don't know. I might drink with a little bit of wine. But if you drink it with milk, you're a little weird. But I feel you do that too. It's just going to mess you up because once you drink that milk, it will fuck you up when you're trying to... Hold on. I don't want to get there just yet. After you drink your milk and you take a bath, because you need a bath. It's been a long day. You stink. You were playing basketball, working out. You was doing squats with your girls. I see you. I understand that you was watching an intense movie. You was sweating. I understand that. After you done all of that, after you called your mom, after you talked to your daughters, after you called Sham and told Sham what it do, my ninja, you, my friend, you go smoke some weed.